Hello, boys and girls. Today for reading, we are going to take a look at a story, one of our decodable readers. And so if you could turn in your booklet and find the story, Jamal and Rachel's Camping Trip. Okay, so let's take a look at the story, and let's take a look at that first on the cover page of the story. Okay, what do you notice on the cover here? What do you see? I see a tent. The story talks about camping trips. They must be camping. I wonder where they're camping. Doesn't look like the woods, like you and I would go camping in. What else do you notice? Oh, I notice it's either a wolf or a coyote and the full moon. And it looks like it's kind of rocky there, some different kind of plants. So where do you think they're camping? What does this habitat look like? Yeah, to me it looks like a desert. I wonder who would go camping in a desert, or why? Well, we're going to read and we're going to find out what happens to Jamal and Rachel. We're going to practice those words that end with L-E, A-L, and E-L, and also the high frequency words that I introduced in the last video. Okay, so Jamal and Rachel's camping trip. So I'd like you to follow along with me as I read this morning. Dad took Jamal and Rachel camping in a local desert for several days. I don't like it here, Jamal grumbled. It's above 90 degrees. I can't see a single thing, said Rachel. Just rocks, pebbles, and sand blowing in the wind. I miss home too, Jamal whined. Who's hungry besides me? Asked Dad. Dad made a simple supper of hot dogs, pickles, and apples. They ate by the light of a lantern until there was not a morsel of food left. Then Jamal and Rachel crawled into their sleeping bags. In the middle of the night, an odd sound filled the tent. I wonder what made that sound. Do you have any guesses? Might be something that was on the cover. Rachel grabbed Dad's flashlight. Listen, she said. Rachel trembled. I hear something. It sounds like a howling giggle. What is it? Her brother asked, huddled in his sleeping bag. I think it's a coyote, said Dad. They live in the desert. Some animals make their home here, even though we haven't seen any animals yet. The next day, the kids and Dad went on a hike. The kids' water bottles were filled with cold water. Rachel's big hat kept the hot sun off her face. Look at these marks in the sand, said Dad. I think snakes made them. Can you see the mark? Follow me, yelled Rachel. Come and look at these mouse footprints. Kind of hard to see. There they are. You can see the snake print. Jamal saw a lizard scramble up a rock. A hawk soared above them. That night they watched the stars sparkle like shiny nickels. One star looked like a jewel up in the sky. A soft wind ruffled their hair. I like the desert now, said Rachel. So do I, said Jamal. Dad, can we come back here next month? We'll see, said Dad, humming a little song. Okay, so what were some of the other animals they saw? Or they heard? They saw some, and then they saw some clues. So they heard the coyote, and they saw prints from what? A mouse and a snake. And what did Jamal and Rachel see later that day? Yep, they saw a lizard on the rock and a hawk soaring above them. Okay, now what I'd like you to do is I would like you to practice reading this story with someone today, please. Okay? We'll see you later.